Yeah, I mean it was ugly out there on our end for sure. Feel bad for number one, Alonzo Gaffney, who came to me a couple of years ago, and you always get a little sentimental about your seniors, but helped get us to an NCAA tournament. So to see him, he wanted to come back, and then for him to kind of be put through this tonight to finish his career, it just sucks. So feel terrible for Gaffney. He was visibly upset at how we were defending in the first half, and it's one of the few times I saw someone exhibit a lot of emotion. Uh, you know, and then Frankie, if you watched the last 15 minutes or so, when I wasn't calling something to get the ball in his hands, I was probably calling it for Gaffney, just because I felt like he deserved to be rewarded for how he was competing and how he was trying to make things happen. And outside of that, we didn't do a good job. This is not acceptable for what my vision is for our basketball program. It's just it's not. We're not in a good place right now, and it's a terrible way to end it, and got to get back to the drawing board.
All right, we'll open it up to questions. Please raise your hand. We'll bring over the microphone. We'll start right here in the front with Michelle.
Coach, obviously, you beat Utah the first couple times, but it was a different team then. Not having Perez to kind of be your post presence and draw defenders to him. What was your kind of game plan to try and combat that?
I mean, I thought our best chance to win was and have any success on the offensive end was going to be getting the ball to Frankie where he could penetrate or create a shot for himself or a teammate, and Jemiah Neal and Adam Miller. Those were the guys. And then, our centers and Gaffney needed to just play off of those players' ability to create and get, either a shot for himself or get in the paint and make an extra pass to someone for a good shot. And we had some good examples of half-court offense in the first half. We had a really good possession. I think Brian ended up with a layup as the shot clock expired, but there were far too few of those examples. They give credit to Utah. They showed the type of postseason desperation that you need to have, and and they have really good shooting. And we had a hard time dealing with their three-point shooting. That's been how we've lost the last three, really. We've really not guarded very well, and particularly from behind the three-point line.
Other questions? Right here in the front.
Scott Sanduli, Devil's Digest, for both of you guys, especially for you, Bobby. What does it mean to play in the final Pac-12 tournament, at least of its kind?
I mean, you have a vision for something better. That's going to be the lasting memory of us playing in the Pac-12. Wow, I mean that's a terrible memory. And 9 years of being in this league and coaching in this league, and it's going to be gone. And that's how we chose to go out. It's doesn't feel good. I don't know what Frankie wants to say.
The same way.
Michelle again here.
Frankie, you really played your butt off, played hard every second. Can you kind of talk about what you're kind of thinking as a leader, trying to will this team to a win, trying to will this team to a good performance?
I think, playing hard, that's one thing. It's just trying to get guys to all be on the same page of playing hard. I didn't do a good job of getting my teammates prepared and, getting them ready to play. So, it's tough. It's tough to lose like that, but the least you can do is just play hard.
We'll stay here in the front.
Coach, following the loss to TCU in the first round last year, you told us how that elite level of a game was how the state of the program looked. And now, a year later, as you just said, how it's not looking the way that you envisioned. Where do you think things went wrong?
Well, we gotta revamp the roster. I have to get on the phone, and I've been on the phone, and I have to encourage people that have the wherewithal to try and support what we're doing. I have to go and especially with this transition, I've watched quite a bit of Big 12 basketball. It's a strong, physical, these games are I mean, it's for men, grown-ass men in that league. So, we have to make some changes. I don't know. I feel like you could say a lot of things about me as a coach, and you could be critical of a lot of areas and different things that you may not like about my coaching style and my offense, my philosophies on defense, my in-game decisions, my rotations. I mean, there's a lot of things that go into being a coach, but I don't think you would say that he's not going to fight or battle or get his team ready to compete and fight and battle. And I failed miserably in that regard because, this is not a reflection of my belief system in terms of just effort and will and, knowing what it feels like when your season's on the line and you have to play for your season and that's the effort that you get. So that's my responsibility, and I failed miserably. So that will be a primary prerequisite as I start evaluating what needs to get done to rebuild our team.
Go to Bruce over here on the far left.
Yeah, Coach, you talked about the game plan without Jose. Was there any chemistry problems, or just general adjustments you have to make when something like that happens in such an unusual situation? And Frankie, I don't know if you could address that too. What was the week like for you guys?
I mean, it's hard to game plan when us as players don't go out there and play hard. I mean, they can give us the game plan all they want, but I mean, if we don't go out there and play hard and try and get stops. I mean, if you seen the first half, every time you turned your head, somebody was open. So I mean, you can't really blame the game plan for that.
As far as Jose, I mean, I think it's our construction of this team and how we played a lot of the year and a half court offense was playing through Jose. He was the one kind of reliable on a post-up option where we could play some inside out, and it was all we had was outside in, and that's what we were. And then so to have to rely on that solely was not easy. So, but yeah, we gotta go rebuild the front court, rebuild everything, just start over. Almost.
One last one here, the third row on the far left.
Coach Jack Barron, the State Press. What did you see from Akil Watson and Braylon Green you guys could build on next season going into the Big 12?
Yeah, I'm not sure. They didn't really get a lot of minutes to show what they're going to be capable of doing. So that's going to be a tough question for me to answer right now.